Out of all the weapons in Fallout New Vegas, the time bomb has to be one of the most unwieldy and obscure. Be honest, have you ever used it? It takes 15 seconds to detonate, can't be disarmed, is subject to physics, quite expensive to make, and very rare to buy. There's just not many situations where it comes in handy. Or are there? Today, we're gonna see if this dud is better left forgotten or if it has untapped potential, as I answer the question, can you beat Fallout New Vegas with only time bombs? The rules are as follows. I'm only allowed to damage enemies with time bombs, or the GRA variant, high yield time bombs. I'm not allowed to recruit any companions, as they'd make things too easy. Finally, I must support the powder gangers and the boomers, as we share a mutual love of blowing things up. I've never used a time bomb in all my time playing this game, so it'll be interesting to see what it's capable of. Not sure how I'm going to be able to fight without sneaking, so I'll probably have to rely on that. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get started. I awaken from my bullet-induced dirt nap as Time Bomb, the brother of Time Bomb from Big Town. While Time Bomb was sweet and helpful, Time Bomb was always a scheming troublemaker. The names got switched around at birth. Resentful at having such a cutesy name, Time Bomb moved west and vowed to show the world how dastardly he could be. I drained strength, charisma, and luck since time bombs have no strength requirement and can't score crits, while maxing out perception for explosive skill, endurance so I don't blow myself up, and intelligence for skill points. I put the rest into agility for sneak skill. For my tag skills, I go with explosives, obviously, medicine to heal if I blow myself up, and sneak to set traps more effectively. As no traits really benefit me, I just go with the classic combo of Logan's Loophole and Skilled. As I leave the doc's place, I realize, how can I be a time bomb with no time bombs? I'm like a snail without a shell, a cheetah without claws, a metaphor without a point. Let's quickly go over how hard time bombs are to obtain. For starters, you need an explosive skill of 50 to even craft them, the high yield variant requiring 70 as well as Mad Bomber, which itself needs level 6 and 45 repair to get. I'd have to do a lot of leveling with no way to attack. Merchants can sell them, but only extremely rarely. You can find 2 in the Caesar's Legion safe house, but again, I'd have to become liked by the Legion with no way to attack. As for the components, scrap electronics and duct tape are fairly common. Dynamite can be obtained from powderganger camps and mines, and Eddie provides some every 3 days if you help him out. That just leaves the egg timer. It can be found rarely on merchants and in containers, or on the bodies of vipers and powdergangers. While these components might be easy to get individually, having to scrounge around for half the video would distract from the point and make it less fun for me to play and you to watch. So I hope you understand my decision to add them to my inventory with the console. If not, feel free to dislike. After selling what I don't need in exchange for a shovel and some stimpaks, I do some snow globe and grave robbing because, you know, I'm dastardly, before doing some target practice with Sunny. Oh, well, at least I got all the bottles? This accident was my plan all along, however, as I've primed the powdergangers to take over the town.
You go settle things with Ringo and put a bullet between his eyes.
Oh, when I'm done with him, he won't have any eyes. I inflict a similar fate on the rest of the town, as subtlety isn't my strong suit. Trudy cheats death not once, but twice before I finally put her down. Easy Pete gets hoisted by his own petard, I end Chet's free trial of life, and repay the doc for patching me up by doing the opposite. Sending a man on the Nevada space program levels me up, where I get explosives to 50, even out some other skills, and get Swift Learner to counteract Skilled.
I saw some of the townies gathering at the saloon, so we got a militia to take down.
What militia exactly?
Never thought I'd ever have my own town, but thanks to you, now I do.
Hey, that rhymed.
Just tell them I sent you and you should get in without a problem.
Will do, my good sir, but for now, I've got to help this guy with his gecko problem. Ow. Well, I got him, but I got 99% of myself, too. And there goes the last 1%. As you can tell, direct combat doesn't work too well, as it's hard to escape the blast radius while keeping your foes inside it. Instead, I get Barton to come up here, leave some parting gifts for him, and escape down the hill just in time. I don't know exactly what happened, but I imagine it was quite messy. Making my way to Primm, I was warned the convicts here wouldn't care about my rep, so I give them an explosive surprise.
Holy shit!
Poor guy figured it out a little too late. As for the others, I used the fact that you can drag them around like items to LARP as a creeper from Minecraft. All of my me is broken. I robbed Primm out of house and home. However, they could still be a valuable asset down the line, so I don't go full ballistic on them. Instead, I work on rescuing the deputy, and since the first few tries don't end well, I try littering the place with bombs and ducking for cover behind a desk. Somehow, this works, so I try it again on some more convicts, and level up in the process, putting points into survival, sneak, and explosives. Finally, I take out the leader by luring him into the hall with a few gunshots, allowing me to rescue Deputy Beagle. He tells me where my attackers went and where I can find a new sheriff, so I head off to the prison straight away. Not before stopping by Gene for some loot, of course. Myers seems like a good choice, not because of his affiliation or methods, but because he can teleport. While I'm here, I trade with Carter, who's an NPC I forgot existed, and meet with Eddie to do his dirty work. He wants me to take out Chavez and his crew, but there's someone else who needs to go boom first. Yeah, reverse pickpocketing the time bomb makes it explode much sooner than usual, so be careful. They are quite handy if the target's not immediately hostile, as you can see here. Oh, one survived. I'll leave you alive to tell the others, oh wait, there are no others. Never mind. Next, I've got to take care of a suspicious traitor at Gene. Okay, done. I level up from this, letting me meet the skill requirement of the time bomb and get the educated perk. A bribe and a tip-off later, I find out the NCR is going to attack the prison, and with crackerjack timing too. While I could stick around and try to fight them off, I'd rather not be public enemy number 1, so I just slip away and trust my new friends can handle things. On the way to Nipton, a convict quickly regrets not shooting me on sight.
You better get out of here. You better get out of here.
The Legion has painted the town red, but they only did half a job. Luckily, their bodies make for some good paint. Moving on, I find a Merc Troublemaker outfit at Wolfhorn, which I feel suits me well. I do like to make trouble after all. Case in point, I ruin a Legion ambush before it can even start, leveling me up in the process. I get lockpick to 40 so I can use a magazine to get it to 50, and put my other points into medicine and sneak. After witnessing an NCR trooper who must have left his gun at home, I use the old roly-poly technique on some Vipers, and let the last one get gunned down. While I could head to Novac straight away, there are a few loose ends I ought to tie up first. First, I get the stealth boy at Goodsprings and try to find another one at Yangtze with no luck. Then I head to the Mojave Outpost to spread the word of Nipton and accept a quest to kill some ants. Truth be told, I mixed up the NCR's and Myers routes for Primm and thought I had to do this to secure help. Since I have the high ground, I can rain death upon them, and even when I can't, the concrete barriers let me circle them around until there's no time for them to flee. Can't complain, as it's enough to level me up to get the Demolition Expert perk, making my already overkill bombs even more so. One bribe later, and a loose definition of law and order is brought to Primm, meaning now I can move on to Novac. Well, that's what I would say if the Legion weren't salted that I blew up their favorite femboy. I blow away most of their hit squad while hiding behind a rock, and as for the last one, I let an NCR Ranger distract him so he doesn't hear the ticking under his feet. With a clear message sent to Kaisar, I make it to Novac and splatter some ghouls on the asphalt in search of stealth boys, but only end up finding one. Speaking of splattering, I find that the hotel owner in Primm sold out Boone's wife, so I let him get revenge while hiding the evidence in the process. East of Novac, I find the town of Nelson is full of the red-skirted bastards, but Milo won't let me help out. But that's a moot point, as another band of hitmen promptly wipes him and his men out. I feign taking cover, so when they try to flush me out, all they find are some parting gifts waiting for them. Oddly, the Legion at Nelson isn't hostile to me yet, so I use their restraint against them to do the old roly-poly once more. They do come to their senses once I take out a few of their guard posts, however. To wipe out Dead Sea and his men, I exploit the split second you get when entering a load zone to reverse pickpocket one of them, and then give Dead Sea some explosive diarrhea in the bathroom. With Nelson now scoured from the earth, I level up, putting more points into tag skills, and move on to Boulder City, satisfied with the Legion's humiliation. As revenge for helping putting me in the dirt, the Great Khans are next on my shit list. I throw 2 bombs, one on the ground and one on the roof, to take care of most of them. Then I sneakily save the hostages, wait for them to flee, throw a bomb at the last one, and shut the door. Finally, I lure Jessup and his pal into a firing squad, and while my assistance wasn't needed, watching the NCR shoot Jessup mid-air was the highlight of my day. To be clear, I didn't save the hostages out of the goodness of my heart, I just want the NCR to let their guard down. I level up once more from this, putting points into my tag skills and getting another rank of Demo Expert. From there, I stop by Hoover Dam for a snow globe and make a rather uneventful hike to Freeside. After the followers perform life removal surgery on a Freeside thug, I steal yet another snow globe, pass the credit check into the strip, and agree to take out Heck on behalf of a disgruntled rancher. Luckily, cartoonish bundles of dynamite with clocks strapped to them are completely inconspicuous, so I can take out Heck without,
Give me your hat!
Whew, never mind, new priority.
Yes, with this dastardly top hat and suit, my reign of tying women to railroad tracks and kicking puppies can truly begin!
But for now, I'll just settle for taking a different villain out of the race. Oh well, collateral damage is just part of the job. Well, at least he died with a beer in hand. I continue my casino boss killing spree by convincing Swank to lead Benny upstairs, and then taking him out in a goofy-aw manner.
What in the goddamn? Oh, Swank, you finky bastard. You got a crazy drop on me, baby. It was worth a try.
Hey! Holy shit!
Welp, looks like his scheme cost him an arm and a leg. I level up to max out explosives, find Yes Man to cross off one of the factions right away, make Swank stay,
Ring-a-ding.
and get accosted by Hilario, who completely lacks Volpez's aura.
The eyes of the mighty Caesar are upon you. He admires your accomplishments and bestows upon you the exceptional gift of his mark.
With my many crimes against the Legion forgiven, I no longer have to worry about hit squads, which takes a load off my shoulders. I take one last snow globe from Sarah before I manipulate Mr. House into upgrading the Securitrons for me, nabbing one last snow globe and a stealth boy from the cocktail lounge, and turning them all in for a clean 10,000 caps. I then betray him, tanking past his security, and give him a little surprise after his 200-year nap. This levels me up yet again, where I get sneak to 85 and medicine to that number. Oh, and the last rank of Demo Expert. My bombs now do 642 damage a pop, more than 5 times of that of a frag grenade. Only problem, the damage can easily work against me if I'm not careful. With Yes Man on his way to the 38, I decide to get a head start on the factions before I install the chip proper. And what better place to start than the den of backstabbing, card-carrying villains that is Gamora. Again, I don't appreciate competition, so they have to go. I blackmail Cash Register into helping me out, buy Tricycle's contract from Big Salmon, and deploy some thermite to take out their cache of weapons, which, oddly, doesn't hurt me in the slightest. Cash Register now wants me to take out Big Salmon and Neurosurgeon, but just so there's nobody left to challenge my rule, I take them all out in one clean go.
Hey, here's...
It's that gun I promised you. I suggest using it while they attack.
Watch it!
If you're wondering why I called them that, it's because they didn't deserve the dignity of me using their proper names. Installing Yes Man levels me up yet again, where I max out Sneak and get medicine to, can you just be a normal number for once? As much as the suit and top hat fit me, I know it won't be adequate for the entire run, so I head to the Van Graffs to fix that. The problem is, sneakily taking out Simon doesn't lure anyone outside, but it also doesn't fool the people inside. What I have to do is lay down a few traps, hit Simon with a time bomb directly to turn him hostile, then hide and watch as the guards come out, only to be greeted by instant death. Gotta say, this black armor really matches my top hat. And by selling their energy weapons, I can afford the subdermal armor implant and a bunch of stim packs from the followers. As prepared as I'll ever be, I head off to meet Kaisar. Oh yeah, before I forget.
Yeehaw!
Alright, now let's go meet Kaisar. On the way, Astor chases me to warn me about the radiation, and this gave me an idea. Sadly, he doesn't chase you across the map like Kowalski, so can you beat New Vegas while being chased by Astor is a bust. I deal with the ghouls by luring them into the troopers and turrets, realize I missed a great con, so quickly correct that error, and piss off Kaisar with my antics and hijinks.
You're the courier who caused so much trouble for my legion. Wultest and Kulta, the best of my frumentari, is dead. All the bribes I sent to the Omertas ended up buying me nothing. The garrison I established at Nelson has been wiped out.
He wants me to take this fucking platinum chip to the fort and destroy the army of robots inside. Unfortunately, I can't really use my bombs down here as the blast radius is so big it destroys the generators. So I slap on my armor, pop some medics, and tank my way through with naught but a scratch. With Kaisar fooled, I level up, putting points into survival to get the travel light perk. Unfortunately for him, he didn't check my pockets well enough, or he would have seen the giant bundles of dynamite I had in them. Travel Light immediately comes in handy as I use it combined with a Stealth Boy to quickly take my lead from the fort, but now I have a different problem, which is the Angry Legion camp blocking my escape. For the first one, I set a bomb, fire a few times to lure him in, then hide behind a rock. For the second, I use a similar tactic, only hiding behind a staircase this time. Don't know how that works with the obvious gaps, but I'll take it. For the third, I hit him with the old roly-poly. Fourth, slip a bomb under their pillow while they sleep. Fifth and sixth, toss bombs at them and use a 10 as cover. 7 and 8th, lure them into a building and somehow avoid damage by crouching on top of a desk. The same trick works on Canyon Runner, where I can then free the Weathers from slavery.
No! Not like this!
And the Mortal Coil, which you could argue is the greatest form of slavery. That just leaves the head honcho, or a farmer of Phoenix. I slip him a beeping alarm clock to wake him the hell up, and then reveal that he has no aura. He sleeps with pajamas, a teddy bear, and reads Grognak comics in his free time. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it's just funny to imagine. Astor instantly believes that I wiped out the entire camp without any proof, so I get another level up as part of the bargain. It's time I got back on track with some of the factions, and who better to start with than the fellow explosion fetishists. A Legion hit squad chases me down on the way, however I use George's hiding spot, so they get blown up when they try to follow me. After passing the most deadly hazing ritual known to man, I'm now inducted into the Boomers' cult, and I have to help them with their problems to earn their trust. Some medical help, patience, and skill checks are a good start, but to seal the deal I have to repair their solar panels. Luckily, since the NCR foolishly believes we're allies, I can scavenge the parts without a hitch. The last step is to raise the bomber from Lake Mead, and yeah, like every playthrough, it's completely effortless and honestly a little boring, so I won't go over it. With that, the Boomers' dream of bombing savages is fulfilled, and they join my side. I would like to help them more, but I lack the speech to assist Jack and can't take out the ants without blowing myself up, so this will have to do. There's only 2 factions left to go, the Tin Can Freaks and the Biker Dudes. Let's start with the Tin Can Freaks. I give them a diplomatic gift of explosives that they don't seem to appreciate, leveling me up to get the Hit the Deck perk. While it helps, my bombs are so powerful that I probably won't notice it. I then leave another gift for the ones who go to check on them, roll a bomb down the stairs for Ramos and Schuler, take out some turrets, and hide downstairs before I get Gaussian eliminated. I clear out the paladins by leaving a few bombs when they try to look for me. Oh yeah, and doors. Paladins are defeated by closing doors. I joke, but that's actually how I deal with the rest of the Brotherhood. By laying down a bunch of bombs, running away, and closing the doors behind me, it not only shields me from the blast, but opening them wastes so much of the BOS's time that they inevitably get trapped.
Watch out!
Got you now.
There you are! Found you!
Even though everyone in here is already dead, I still blow up the bunker just to be sure. And, you know, because I have a thing for explosions. Now for the biker dudes with no bikes. Or you could say the Mongols with no horses, but either one is just as lame. I reach them with the Black Mountain shortcut, which is trivial given my maxed out sneak, and serve them a heaping helping of nitroglycerin for dinner. I then blow up Jack and Diane so hard they leave a glitched out bloodstain floating above a chair, and wait until nighttime so I can pick off the rest while they sleep. Thanks to being so sneaky, none of the Great Khans even knew I was killing them until it was too late. I stock up on medicine one last time before the NCR lets me protect their dear president.
Just don't do anything too crazy.
Which was the worst mistake of their gullible, pathetic lives.
Looks like Kimball's visit blew up in his face.
Oh, and installing the override chip was easy because the NCR were on break or something. Before the final battle, I head back to RepCon to stock up on stealth boys, as I have a feeling I'm gonna need them. I put on my armor and take some med-X and buff out, meaning the ghouls barely tickle me, and get 2 stealth boys from a safe. Then I lure the ghouls downstairs so they fight the Nightkin, letting me nab another one. To get more, I lure Nightkin one by one into Harlan's little kill zone, letting him plink them away. I then blow up Davidson on my way out just for the heck of it. The battle for Hoover Dam is afoot, and I pop one of the stealth boys right away to sneakily bomb the Legion and NCR. Although the Securitrons and my boomer pals are kinda upstaging me in the explosion department. Inside the dam, I have more fun blowing the reds and tans into tiny shreds.
Who's there?
Hey!
And even blow up the dam itself, as I don't want things to be too easy, and again, I like explosions. Not much to say about the final push to the Legate's camp, as my robots do most of the work. For the first Praetorian, I sneak up, plant some bombs, run him in circles, and hide in a ditch as he blows up. For the next 2, I hop on the wall and throw some bombs over it. This levels me up, where I get the toughness perk. Hiding behind a wooden cart takes care of the next one, and as for the last, I rig his only escape route with bombs to remove any chance of survival. Now to deal with the Legate, and to do so, I lay 3 bombs on the path he has to take to reach me, provoke him, huff some turbo, and jump down the side of the cliff. When he and his guards try to climb down to get me, it doesn't end well for them. Or for the physics of his sword, for that matter. Gotta say, I probably should have used turbo more for this playthrough, but I was paranoid that I'd need more for the Leggett. I guess I underestimated how much damage I could do at once. Now for Oliver, and sadly, throwing a time bomb before he talks doesn't work. However, something extremely strange happens. The game doesn't delete the time bomb, it teleports it to a random Brahmin, causing my view to switch to it mid-epic cutscene. At least, that's what I think happened? I don't know why else a Brahmin would randomly die like that. With that weirdness out of the way, I huff some more turbo, give General Oliver the Skyrim Giant Special, and let the Securitrons practice their shooting on him on the way down. Finally, Time Bomb has proven that he's the most dastardly of them all, answering the question, yes, you can beat Fallout New Vegas with only time bombs. Overall, this playthrough was a lot of fun. It was interesting using a weapon I've never tried before and wrote off as useless, finding all the techniques and use cases to take advantage of it. It added a new element to the game when I had to strategize and use tactics to win instead of just point and shoot. If you've never tried them before, I highly recommend you give them a spin. While they aren't the best for direct combat, they're surprisingly effective when used on non-hostile foes or with high sneak, and do tons of damage. Oh, and one more thing, you can attack a ticking time bomb to set it off immediately. I just never got a chance to show that off in the video. Hey everyone, thanks for watching yet another video. If you liked the video, leave a like, hype if you're on mobile, and subscribe. If you didn't like the video, leave a dislike and give constructive criticism so I can improve. Also, leave your ideas for new videos in the comments. If you really want to support me, subscribe to my Patreon or become a channel member, which will get you shouted out, guarantee a chat with me, and make your ideas more likely to become reality. Plus, it's only 17 cents a day. Even just 20 subscribers to my Patreon would mean a lot to me and help me put out even better content. And if you ever wanted my weird Mobius strip face plastered on your chest, you can check out my merch store, which is linked in the description. Check me out on Reddit or Discord if you want to chat, or check out my second channel, The Loophole, for some extra content. This is Causal Loop signing off. Peace.